All right, shoot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
First of all, congratulations. How's it feel?
Thank you so much. Just feel the gratitude, grateful. Just happy to be a part of this team. I'm super excited for this team. I'm thankful for the guys I get to play with each and every day. I get to fight with each and every day. It's just a blessing to come in the locker room. So to get this win mean a lot.
What were the conditions like today? Was it tough on the football?
Nah, it was just something that we tried to stress during the week, that if we had inclement weather or any type of, bad weather, we just had to protect the ball and, do our 111th. Everybody do their job. So that was the biggest thing.
How did you hold on to that one in the end zone?
With my hands, usually. And I got a good-ass ball, too.
How much was this just like a gutted-out kind of win? The playoffs are all about survive in advance, and this truly felt like survival out there for you guys.
Yeah, just treating each play like it's its own play and not getting caught up on it, good, bad, or indifferent, just rolling with the punches because it's going to be playoff football. Good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen. But I want to give a shout-out to the defense. They showed up today and played, impeccable defense. They played amazing. So if we get that kind of defense, we pretty much hard to beat. That's an amazing football team over there. Their defense is second to none. They got playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. So it was definitely a challenge for us, but, for us to come out on top, it says a lot about this team.
Some of the defensive guys were talking about how there was a lot of talk over the course of the week that Houston's got such a big, bad defense, and they felt maybe a little bit disrespected.
That's a good thing. Hopefully they do that again this week because that's another good defense we're about to go see. I feel like I spoke on it not too long ago, but playing with a chip on our shoulder, I think we're one of those teams that play better with a chip on our shoulder when everybody kind of counted us out. I think it was a handful of commentators and people, the little tidbits that I do see, because I try not to see it too much, they all pick Houston to win. For a good reason, and that's a good football team, and I understand their vantage point. All we can do is come in and work hard during the week and put ourselves in the best position to win a game.
Has it sunk in that you're going to the AFC Championship game, and how does it feel getting this win?
I don't think it's sunk in yet. We're going to enjoy it for the next 8 hours. They got a day on us right now, recovery-wise. So I think the biggest thing for us is to come in and try to be better. We had some things that we left out there, but coming out with the win means everything. I'd rather win and learn a lesson than lose. We talked about that earlier in the season. So it hasn't sunk in, and I hope it doesn't. I want to just move on, going on to the next. Be thankful for where we are, but we got to get another one.
Do you feel like you learned a lesson today as a team?
Yeah, 100%. I think we learned a lesson a lot about ourselves. Battling adversity. We talked a lot about it during the week, that a fight ain't a fight until you meet resistance, until they swing back, and they definitely were swinging back the whole time. So being able to weather the storm and, come out with a W, I just feel like I'm thankful.
How much resilience did you see from the team today, obviously?
Shit, you saw it. Play in and play out. We had some good plays, we had some bad plays, But that drive in the fourth quarter when they knew we were running the ball and we ate up like 6-7 minutes of the clock, even though it ended with a kick, that meant a lot. We drove 40 yards and we were running the ball. They knew we were running the ball. Said a lot about our O-line. I know we had some guys banged up or some guys dealing with some stuff. And Rhamondre continues to show up, We got so many guys. I know I talked about 7 guys, 1 bone, but it's way more than that. It's guys that can play at a high level. Shout out to my teammates.
What did you think of that Booty touchdown catch?
I was impressed. We was in competition of who could have a better touchdown. Pop popped it off. I tried to follow Pop, and then I think that was the sprinkles on top of the ice cream. He's a hell of a player. Booty continues to show up, game in and game out. He's just one of the guys that we're gonna continue to, motivate and push and talk a lot of junk to. But he shows up. He makes a lot of plays. I'm proud of that guy. It's hard to get the ball around here. But when guys do get it, they're taking advantage of their ops.
I know it's the other side of the ball, but tell me a little bit about what Carlton Davis was able to do today. 2 picks.
It was about time. I was just happy that he got one. I make fun of him all the time for not getting his hands on the ball, but today, he played exceptionally well. Our defense just being our defense. They're smart, they're aggressive, and they make plays. Shout out to the whole defense, and not just him, because, if without, good coverage, good D-line play, plays aren't happening. So it's a team sport, but those guys that's making plays on the ball, super proud of them, man. On to the next, they need some more of those.
Last game of the season at Gillette, you feel like they answered your call this week?
They did a hell of a job. I challenged them last week. I was talking trash to them. I think that was good for them. That chip on their shoulder kind of showed. They came out ready to play, came and cheer us on, man. But the biggest thing for us is giving them something to cheer for, So super proud of them, super proud of this team. On to the next.
Same macaroni this week?
I don't plan on changing mine, Let me know about yours.
I know we've talked about it.
What do you think about the play call of trying to kind of go for the kill late against a really good secondary?
I think it's just our team being our team. It's not nothing new. We've done it throughout the year. We've gone for it on 4th down multiple times. We've taking shots throughout the game. We've picked our spots. That's just good play calling, good coaching. That's why I said it's such a blessing to be on this team because they see stuff that we don't. They know that we got playmakers and guys that can make plays on the ball. They're going to give us opportunities. And Drake, as soon as he settles in, it's hard to – he can put it anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to stop. But I'm just super proud of this team, man. We just got to keep going and, forward thinking, forward grind. I can't wait to come back to work tomorrow. Everybody's excited to go back to work tomorrow. Let's go clean some things up and go to Denver.
I know we've talked about it a lot with you, just considering the injury you went through and everything you went through last year. How appreciative are you to still be playing football this time of year?
I'm just, that's why I say in there with gratitude. It could have went another way. So I'm super thankful. It's just take it all in for a second. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot, even just throughout the year, and I just want to have a forward focus and get this team everything that I got, and try to come away with wins. Be a beacon of light, be positive. Make plays when they come our way, and continue to help drive this ship and be a little part of the engine.
Everything that you went through, did that give you added juice coming into this game?
No, it's no added juice. I'm motivated each and every day I wake up. Playing one of my old teams, you think that you're going to get up super high to do something, but I get the same way. I got high intensity, I got high energy each and every game, so I ain't changing my macaroni.
There we go.
Seems like you guys have just such belief and confidence and love for one another. How much do you guys tap into that in a game like today?
I just think we just lean on each other. Like, having a good team is, show and tell. You show more than you tell. I feel like the guys making plays and the guys on this team that continue to show up, it just shows that we're pulling for each other and the excitement. When guys make plays, everybody's running on the field. Everybody's going crazy. It's just like willing to go for another pair because, eventually it's going to be your time and that guy's going to be cheering you on or giving you everything that he got. So it's real.
How much does that start with Mike Vrabel, and what was he like after the game?
He was super excited. I think he's still in his coach mode, though, so as excited as he is, he's going to stay the same. He ain't changed his macaroni. He's going to be like, well, on to the next, we back to the ground. I won't be surprised if he's watching film tonight or watched some already.
Did you watch yesterday's game?
Yeah, I watch every game. I watch every football game. I thoroughly enjoy ball, so I ain't missing too much. I seen every play, seen a lot. No comment on the calls and all that type of stuff.
But what did you notice just from your next opponent coming up?
They got a hell of a defense. Everybody spoke about it all year long. They making plays. I don't know who's going to be their quarterback, but Bo Nix played a hell of a game. He continues to make plays on his feet. I look forward to him. Thank you. I look forward to the. I know we look forward to the challenge. They're going to be a hell of a team to play at home. So let's get it. Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you, Drake.
Marcus, Kyra said during the week, I like us, with all the talk of the Houston D and whatever. What did you like about you guys today? And what is it you in the end zone? Do you just smell the end zone when you get the ball in your hands?
Yeah, I would say, we put in a lot of work, on the defensive side, offensive side, special teams, and we know what we invested in when it came down to all the preparation and stuff like that. So, we definitely have the situation of confidence when it comes down to it. And, man, just try to be right place, right time. Without that play, I can't say without that play, KC, he was right there, and, those guys always making it, harder for the situation of the quarterbacks and everything, and it was just right place, right time.
Marcus, we heard from Coach Core on Thursday that CJ was deadly when he had a clean pocket. Yep. Obviously, he didn't here tonight. Did you have a sense that if you got pressure on him, you might have a ball like you did on the touchdown?
Yeah, we knew that, CJ at the end of the day, when it comes down to having only, 4-man rushing or 3-man rushing, he can dice, defenses up. So our main thing was to have pressure, when it comes down to it. And I'm glad that, we caused what we caused today.
Bob Sosi? Hey, Marcus, speaking of pressure and marrying the pressure with the coverage, how has it, as a defense, how's your unit progressed in that end? You guys become a lot more aggressive since I think about week 14 in terms of blitzes, applying the pressure, but at the same time on the back end taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I feel as though, when it comes down to, pressures, like you said, it's all 11 working. The guys getting in the right place, right time, causing havoc on the quarterback, but then also the guys on the back end being in the right spots, because usually whenever you have pressures, quarterbacks want to have quick game. So being able to, be in the right place in the right time is very effective and very good to have. And we've progressed when it came down to that. So communication is a big thing, because not only us being in the right place, right time, we always got the crowd being loud, which we want them to do, but we got to find out ways to communicate, and hand signals, and, making sure to talk before the play happens is very important.
Dan Roach in the back. Followed by Bill
Marcus,
Burt.
your coach said that you guys seem to be excited but not satisfied with the win. But with that said, just from a pure emotion standpoint, how good does it feel to be in the AFC Championship game next week, a place you guys are 8-0 on the road this year, and heading for that big game with an opportunity to go to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, man, it's great to be in the position that we are, but we're one of those people, one of those teams, I would say, that love to flip the page. We're going to be excited, spend time with our family and everything, and spend time with each other. But whenever it comes down to later in the week, we'll definitely dive into Denver, because they're a great team.
Bill Burt.
So, Marcus, you've been here for a couple of years. You've ridden the roller coaster. What strikes you about the consistency of this team? You could even probably go back with stories from the offseason, from OTAs and whatnot, but we're talking 17 games, 16 wins. That's not normal. It's not normal for any team, but a team with so many new coaches, a new head coach, so many new players. Where does that come from? Why the consistency?
Yeah, I would say the identity. A lot of people, would be like, well, what about the identity? We all have the same common goal when it comes down to the end of the day. Whatever helps us win, we're down for it. So, offense is going to have good times and they're going to have bad times. Defense is going to have, the same thing with special teams. So making sure that we stay day in, day out, have the right goal is the main thing.
How does Coach Vrabel play into that?
Oh, consistency of always telling us, whenever we're doing good, we could be doing better, and, things like that. So I would say that's the main thing.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Marcus.
Appreciate you guys.
Rhamondre, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Take us through your day. Had an eye issue. How tough was that? And coming back in and then being part of, that the team that finished things off with that drive that you guys put together to just take time off the clock and get in victory formation eventually.
Yeah, great team win to start off. I think we fought hard. O-line was working all day. That's a good defense we're going against, and got poked in the eye a little bit, but nothing serious at all.
Mike Reese.
Rhamondre up top here.
Yep.
How would you just describe your emotions on advancing to the AFC Championship game?
Very excited. I've been in the league for 5 years, haven't been in this position, so gonna make the most of it. Put my best foot forward, and hopefully get another win next week, and on to the big game.
Chris Ryan on the far right.
Rhamondre, opportunity to close out the game there at the end with the ball in your hands. What did that mean, and how much did you get kind of an overall performance from guys to have the success you guys had today?
Yeah, it takes all 11 on the offensive side of the ball, and it feels good to end the game with the ball in my hands, and just running behind my O lineman. That's tough football in my eyes. Just controlling the clock and running it when they know you're going to run it. So great thing to get that done today, and a lot to clean up for sure, but great to get that done.
Rhamondre, you guys have 2 playoff games, 2 wins. What have these 2 games taught you about what it takes to win in the playoffs?
It's going to take all of us. It's going to be a fight every time. And, it's great teams on the other side of the ball. We got to play our best football this time of the year and keep it going. Just limit mistakes, and, we could win.
Hey, Rhamondre, the fullback position has been a big part of Josh McDaniels' offense here in the past. And this season we've seen Jack Westover primarily in that role. What do you say about Jack's development and what he's done?
Yeah.
So often we've seen the 2-back formations of late.
Yeah. Jack's came a long way, and he's doing a great job. Me, Travion, De'Aaron Israel, we love running behind him. And like you said, his development been great this whole season. Started off at tight end kind of, but he made that move, and now we're running behind him, and he's doing a great job, and I'm proud of him, proud of where he's at right now, and just proud of this team, and just got to keep it going.
Last question from your Kelly.
Rhamondre, you mentioned overcoming mistakes. You know, Drake had to deal with a fair amount of strip sacks here today. What were the conversations like around him in the huddle and then on the sideline?
Just next play, really. It wasn't really a big deal to us. Like I say, when I come here all the time, it's just if it's a bad play, next play. If it's a good play, next play. So it wasn't really nothing to talk about. We know the type of guy he is. He knows he made a mistake or whatnot. So it wasn't really nothing like that. It was just next play. He's our quarterback, and we know he makes great plays. So just on to the next play. Appreciate you guys.
Can you see a team start to get rattled when the ball is coming out? Can you tell when a team is starting to get rattled a little bit when you guys have forced the amount of turnovers that you have?
Oh yeah, we get up front. They start, trying to communicate a little bit more on how they want to pass stuff off, pick up games and things like that. But we just got to be where we're supposed to be and do our job, and somebody gonna make a play when it comes to them.
I'm sorry if you already asked this, but jumped in late. There was so much talk, obviously, about the Texans' defense this week, and you guys come out and have another great defensive performance. Some of the guys are saying you saw some of the talk all week.
Oh, yeah.
Did that fuel you?
Definitely. It fueled the whole defense. Ain't nobody been talking about our defense all year. But we'll see what they got to say today.
I feel like this game was won defensively. What did it mean to kind of maybe beat them at their own game a little bit?
It was big for us. Every week we're trying to come out and dominate. Knowing that they do have a great defense over there, but in our mind, it was our defense versus their defense. So we were going to make more plays, create more turnovers, stopping the run, get the ball back to our offense, and let 10 make a play.
How do you feel about the opportunity to go to Denver and play in an AFC championship game?
It's big, but I always told them, don't make it bigger than what it is. We're just playing football. Go out there and do what we've been doing, do your job, stay consistent. The rest will handle itself.
You've been on a championship-level defense. What you guys are playing right now, is this a championship-level defense?
Yes, definitely.
Sorry to come in late, but just what did it take to become such a nightmare for Stroud?
Man, just being where we're supposed to be, executing at a high level. And like I said, we got a bunch of dogs that's hungry, and we went out there and showed it today.
What makes this a championship level? What makes it a championship-level defense? Right?
Every level. We got dogs on every level of our team. And everybody's doing their job at a high level. We all on a string, the communication, everything is just working together. Our coaches putting us in position to make plays, and we just executing at a high level. That's all we need.
Thanks, Christian.
Christian, nice to see you. Congrats. What was this week like for you coming back? And then, I think Kairos Tonga said the other day, I like us when it comes to your defense. What did you guys do well in this one from start to finish?
Yeah, for sure. We had a plan. We executed, went out there, and we're able to do what we do. I mean, of course, we like us as a defense, and we will go up against anybody. So, it was good to get out there and show what we can do.
Christian, how does your game preparation change now with Stidham at quarterback next week? I mean, you've got to turn right around from today's victory and start planning for next week. So what changes in your head and your game team's planning?
I mean, as far as like game planning, nothing really changes. I mean, we're still looking. It's the playoffs and championship game, but as far as the schedule of it doesn't really change. You just come in and we can enjoy this one tonight, but they got a day on us, so we got to get recovered, get ready, and be ready to start game planning and be ready to travel tomorrow.
Bill Burt on your left.
Christian, you were here for a couple of 4-win seasons. We've talked about this before. How do you explain the consistency with this team, literally from day one, even after the 1-2 start? How you were able to, with so many new coaches, so many new players, that's maybe as amazing as anything, how you guys have been able to continuously, not every game's look perfect, but consistency of effort, consistency of physicality. Talk about that a little bit, where that comes from.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of came in, like, Vrabel came in from the first meeting and told us about it and told us about our identity. I mean, y'all see the identity that's up there, and everybody bought in, and I mean, it's kind of like a big thing that nobody believed in us and nobody, counted us like being in any of these games. So to us, we just come into work every day. Everybody's it's such a grateful group. Everybody there's always smiles around here. Everybody's always laughing, have a good time. When you're able to do that and lock in when you need to in meetings and things like that, you build that brotherhood, and we've built that, and it translates to Sundays.
Have you trusted the process the entire way, going back to camps and going back to workouts in the preseason?
For sure. I mean, it's always it can be tough. You get a new coach, but everybody bought in. There was no like halfway. It was everybody bought in. We bought in, and from OTAs, and we've been able to build this and continue to keep going.
Christian, congrats on the win, first of all. And just on a personal level, can you take us through the week a little bit? You're in concussion protocol, so obviously the red jersey on Wednesday, and then you get to go on Thursday. What's this been like for you, and then to contribute with 9 tackles tonight?
I mean, sometimes it's league mandated. You have to get tested and things like that. So, that happened, and I was able to pass and clear the test and get out there and practice. And I mean, once Tuesday and Wednesday rolled around, I knew I was good to go, and just treat it like another week. I mean, game plan, watch my film, do what I do it each week, and that didn't really have an effect on my week or anything. I was able to get my reps and do what I do on a normal week.
Last question for Christian. Dan Rose.
Christian, how good did you feel for Carlton to get two picks today, and also watch Marcus do what he does, return something for a touchdown again?
Yeah, it was awesome to see CD get 2 picks. That's 4 picks in 2 years for him against the Texans. So, it was awesome to see that. He's one of the hardest workers. We come in every day and we spend a lot of time in the film room together watching, breaking down receivers and offenses, and then if once Marcus touches the ball, he can score from anywhere. So I was trying to get him down to let me get a block for him, but he was able to get in, so that was good. But happy for him and happy for this team, and we'll enjoy it tonight and move on and be ready for Denver. Appreciate it.
Kithevon, congrats. Just, you talked about it. You guys were still hungry. What was the attitude going in, and what were you able to do consistently well to be able to produce the way you guys did defensively and get to the AFC Championship game?
Obviously, I think the biggest thing is protect home. Come out there with a relentless and a dominant attitude, and just play to our identity, man. I think all week we've been hearing about the opposing side's defense. So of course that gives extra motivation, extra boost, just because of who we allow them to be. So just coming to this game, man, we knew everything was on our side of the ball, man. Was all in our favor for sure.
Hey, Kithevon, congrats. Coach Vrabel was saying that there was a lot of people involved in all of the turnovers, and I think that you had 2 pressures that led to interceptions. What did you see on those plays, and what did you just see about the turnovers in general today?
I think just regardless of kind of what the play IQ was, man, I think the biggest thing about the game is, man, find a way to get to the ball. We knew this was a big defensive matchup going into the game, and I think field position and turnovers was going to be the deciding factor going into the game. So regardless of kind of what the play call was, man, you see ball, get ball. So we had the opportunity to make those plays happen, and we did.
From everything we've heard all season, your coach has done a great job of getting you guys to tune out the noise. The noise this week is going to be the quarterback change in Denver. So what do you guys got to do to think of the matchup and not whatever advantage it suddenly gives you because of that change?
I don't know, man. I think we're enjoying this win right now. I think we haven't gotten that far. I know, obviously, we know that's our next opponent, but we're not going to skip past this win. We're going to take advantage of this moment for sure.
KC, how long during the week was there talk about not let C.J. Stroud have a clean pocket, get in his face, make him make mistakes? What was the plan to do that, and talk about a little bit about actually having to do that and doing it during the game?
Yeah, I think the back end did a great job all day, man, giving them different looks and giving them different reads to kind of try to disguise and pick apart. So I think that was the biggest thing, man, getting them to hold the ball in clutch, give us the extra second, get to the quarterback. And I think the front four, man, we just wanted to fight and do everything we can to get there. So I think all praise goes to the back end, and the back seven, man, continuously giving those opportunities, man, in the front four, taking advantage of them for sure.
Last question, Alex Porter.
Hey, Caleb, you guys had to play without some key players on defense down the stretch due to injury. Everybody finally back for this game. What does it mean to your unit to be able to play with, everybody and get Milton and Robert and guys like that and Kairos back?
It's huge. It's huge, man. Regardless of kind of whoever's in, everybody's preparing as a starter, man. But with those guys coming in with their IQ and their ball knowledge, and that's just obviously their gameplay, it gives this team a huge boost. And, man, obviously I think we see it in the last couple of games, just slowly getting guys back and things getting a lot more dominant on our side of the ball for sure.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Robert, congrats on the win. You're an emotional guy. What was the emotion of today like? And you guys have battled all year long, and now you have an opportunity to play in an AFC championship game. How good does it feel?
Yeah, I'm so proud of the guys, continuing to work each and every day, show up here with the great energy and attitude, and then to go out there and perform. We knew it was going to be a 60-minute battle. We knew they weren't going to lay down for a second, so I'm just so proud of the resilience and the comeback attitude of this team and how we just keep fighting.
Robert, I think you were here after the Pittsburgh loss, and I think you said, I'm telling you, there's something here. What did you see? And going forward, I think it's 16 wins out of 17 games. Not saying you predicted that, but what did you see here? Where does that start, and where does that come from?
I saw a group of hungry guys that were willing to do whatever it takes to get the wins required to be meaningful in this league. It's never easy to win games, but I saw the group of guys that we had in that locker room, the heart of the guys that we have in that locker room. I knew we were going to fight each and every play, each and every game to be here is special.
Hey, Robert, on the last play of the game, or the last defensive play, you had the pass breakup down the field there. Can you just take us through what you saw in that play?
Yeah, I'm running down the middle of the field, and the receiver's eyes just get big. They're looking up at the ball. You sense it's coming. I'm like, just don't foul him. Make a play on the ball. Don't turn around. Let him catch it first, and don't let him come to the ground with the ball. And I was able to get it out and help make a play for the team.
Robert, congrats on the win. From a defensive standpoint, how much do you feel that the crowd's energy played into really rattling that Houston offense tonight?
The crowd was awesome. The energy all game long was deafening. Being a primary communicator on the defense, it's like, wow. Like, people cannot hear me. They're 5 feet away, and I'm like, the call. And they're like, what is it? So it's like just one of those fun atmospheres where you got to take your mouthpiece out. You got to take the Invisalign out. Speak clearly, speak loudly, and get it to everybody. So I was really proud of how our guys came together for that.
Hey, Robert, how would you describe this season?
A work in progress. We're not finished. We're just going to continue to put our heads down, bring the energy required each and every day to this game planning of the week, and pour our hearts into it like we all have. Every man in that locker room, every coach has just poured their hearts into this season, and we're going to continue to do that and let the chips fall where they may.
Robert, you talked about the Invisalign bit and obviously getting your voice heard and all that stuff. When you go to Denver, it might be quieter for you guys because they're going to be on offense. Does that make things at all easier on your defense?
We're going to have a big challenge ahead of us in Denver. We're going to prepare. We're going to do everything we need to be going to that game with confidence, with swagger. And like I said, let the chips fall where they may.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, guys.
Hunter, how would you describe your emotions to advance to the AFC Championship game?
Oh, man. Gosh, what a blessing to just be in this situation, be in this moment. Gosh, it almost doesn't feel real in a way, but just I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited, man. Just filled with a lot of gratitude and a lot of joy.
Hunter, here in the playoffs, we've watched your defense certainly step up. and get the job done. What's it been like to watch as you guys have evolved as a team to kind of come together now with all 3 units contributing and you guys going as a machine?
Yeah, I mean, man, the playoffs is hard. It takes all of us, and we've preached that all year long, and it's really coming together right now. And to watch how our defense is flying around and making plays right now is just, man, it's really, really cool. I think they, were excited to kind of go out there and show who they were. Obviously the Texans defense was, man, they were a problem. They cause a lot of problems. They do a lot of different things, and they're very, very talented and hard to go against. And our defense stepped up to the challenge too and played lights out today.
Hunter, over here. You've had the best seat in the house to watch Drake's development this year, right? Now he's led you guys to 2 playoff wins. What do you think? How much fun has that education for him the last 2 weeks been for you to watch? Because you know how it's not easy to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's learning that fast, how hard it is and how you have to just stay in the game, that nothing's really going to be perfect. You just got to continue to fight, to scratch, to claw. Some things might not go your way, and you just have to come back and keep swinging. I'm proud of him for continuing to do that. I mean, just continuing to step up today in a major way and when we needed him. He's done it all year, but today was pretty special in those elements and the elements in Foxborough and everything. So, he's a special player and a lot of fun to play with.
Hunter, congrats on the win, man. I know it's been a few years since you played in the AFC West, but can you help your guys a little bit in what it's like sort of acclimating and getting ready for a game in Denver, and will you do that this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge, man. When that place is rolling, it's going to be extremely loud. I know it'll be an environment. They'll be ready to go. The elevation can be an issue, but just, staying hydrated, moving around a lot. We'll be all right in a way, but I know the environment will be a lot. They'll be loud. We'll have to match that intensity. It's a big opportunity, and I know all the guys will be excited for it.
Hunter, at the beginning of the year, training camp, there was no talk from anybody about the Patriots advancing where you guys have. But you developed a statement, we all we got, we all we need. That suggested inner belief in yourselves and the coaching staff. What brought forth that inner belief, and how dangerous is a team with that kind of inner belief that you guys have?
I think we have a locker room full of guys that just kind of have a chip on their shoulder and thrive with that chip on their shoulder. And I think everybody is fueled that together and coming together too. So it's a lot of fun to play with guys like that, that just want to win, that want to find a way to win. Whatever it takes. Like, if it's doing some extra chip blocks or blocking on the edge a little bit more for the receivers, if it's staying in protection for the running backs, obviously the O-line does so many different things. If it's running the ball a little bit more than we need to, it's just and then defense obviously just flying around making plays. But it's I don't know, man. It's fun to play with these guys, and we've really come together as a group, and just we try to play to our identity, try to play to who we are. And we have a lot of fun doing that together.
Yeah, Hunter, some explosive, spectacular plays today as a unit, but also the turnovers and the near turnovers. How do you grade the performance of the offense as a whole?
Yeah, I feel like we were able to string some drives together, in critical situations, which were really, really big. Obviously, the turnovers is not what you want. A couple of them were, man, honestly, you got to give credit to them too, of making plays. They have some really, really good players on their side of the football, and they were able to make them. We got to learn from that fast and not, put ourselves in that position. But, man, our defense, you got to give a lot of credit to our defense, to how they responded. It doesn't really matter where the ball is put down. I feel like they just continue to compete, continue to fight. And, man, I love playing with those guys. It was a lot of fun to watch them fly around.
Hey, Hunter, this is kind of a continuation of an earlier question, just about in terms of how you felt. 2 weeks in a row, playoff game, victory formation, at home, taking a knee in that situation. What goes through your mind, particularly today, snowfall, knowing that in a week you're playing in the AFC Championship?
Yeah, man, that living on the prairie was sick with the snowfall at the end of the game. That was really, really special, man. Just the last 2 weeks have been, honestly, two of my favorite games I've ever been a part of in my career. Just the environment, just the electricity, just the fans, everybody into it, the whole game. Giving us a true home field advantage, and it was really, really special for me to be a part of that. And so, that was this game, and then last week was really, really special and a lot of fun to be a part of.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
That's it for here, guys. Just what did it mean to have that kind of impact on this stage?
God is good. That's the first thing I could think about, man. This is something that, I wrote in my prayer journal about this. Just, being able to impact the game and go out there and execute and have confidence. And God equipped me what I needed today to be successful. So I give him all the glory.
First career interception for you?
Yeah.
Take us through it.
Man, tips and overthrows, gotta have those. And when the moments like that come, you gotta make the play, and I did today. And God is good.
There was a lot of talk about the Texans defense this week. Did that fuel you guys at all? Did you feel like you were being a little disrespectful?
I wouldn't say fuel us. We focus on us. We heard a lot about what you guys had to say about the Texas defense and what the public got to say about the Texas defense, but it don't matter to us. We come out and we play our ball, and that was on display today, and you see it.
And what do you think? I mean, 2 straight weeks, the defense has obviously been really good out there.
Job not finished. Job not finished. We got to keep going. Can we do it again? And we will. So I'm proud of everybody on this defense, and we got to keep it rolling.
Was it cool to kind of beat the Texans at their own game? They were kind of known for going to take the football away, and you guys kind of
it felt
drove right
good.
back to them.
It felt good to get some takeaways. It felt good. I mean, when you have takeaways like that, you give yourself a chance to win the game, and that's what we did. So, I'm glad that we capitalized on things, and glad we got the win.
How slick was it out there with the snow?
It's a little slick. You got little rain gloves, whatever, help you out a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, whatever weather, we here to play.
Has that set in that you're going to the AFC Championship game?
It hasn't set in yet. No. Maybe when I go home and, talk to my family and friends, whatever. But right now, I'm just grateful, man. Like, that's all I can feel right now. I'm just grateful that God has allowed me to be in this position and have this opportunity. And I just want to make the most out of it. And I just want to keep giving him all the glory.
They always say takeaways come in bunches. Obviously, that was the case for you guys today. How much do you feed off that when you can kind of tell you're making a quarterback's life miserable out there?
Yeah, I mean, when somebody make a takeaway, you want to go make a play as well. So, be able to do that to C.J. Stroud, he's a great quarterback, and kudos to him. But he got after him today, and I'm just proud of his defense.
Yeah, for sure, man.
How nice was it to see him get his first NFL interception?
I almost started crying. I was so happy, man. We've been talking on it all year, like, man, you so due for a pick. Like, it's coming, you know what I'm saying? And it just came at the right moment, especially in a playoff game, man. And for him to be a rookie and do what he's doing is just so special. I'm proud of my dog,
Sorry, without he's played almost every snap on your defense, do you feel like he's just been one of the most underrated rookies in the league?
Oh, for sure, man. For sure, man. That dude is a baller. And I'm proud to it's so cool. Like I said, y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't understand. I've seen it since freshman year of college. Like, it's just so cool to, like, see him now at the biggest stage, at the highest level, doing what he's doing. It's just, man, it's dope. And it's a pleasure playing beside him, man. That's a brother, man.
Going through what you've been through on this team, what was it like just to experience this and know you're moving on to the AFC Championship game?
Oh, special, of course, man. This is what we do it for, So, with that being said, obviously, we get back in here tomorrow, get back to regiment, get back to the corrections, and move forward. But, it's a special thing.
I think we heard you when we came in saying they're going to say the same stuff next week. And all the guys have been saying it. They see the stuff that everyone said, picking the Texans. Steph always says no one likes us but us. How much does that fuel you?
I mean, that's just what it is. No one like us but us. Like, we kind of that's the mindset. I mean, everybody on the outside everybody on the outside is so up and down, like one week they'll like us, one week, then that's on them, As long as we like us in here, that's all that matters. Everybody else say what they got to say. But as long as this group in here in this locker room is close, we good.
I know we talked this week. Tap into that kind of belief and just confidence in each other in a game like this.
Always. I mean, when you're talking about us, like when we say it's about us, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I believe in everybody in this locker room. 100%. I believe in everybody.
We talked this week about just if you saw any opportunities in forcing turnovers, but I mean, did you envision this kind of outing?
I mean, we was hunting the ball. We had a good week of prep. We had a good week of practice, man. That was the emphasis. You know, obviously I didn't expect this much, but you know, it was just good to see everybody was trying to get the ball, and you know, it helped us out, man. And it was a good sighting. Good to see that, and we were all hungry.
Even before the interceptions started piling on, could you kind of get a sense early on that you guys had CJ a little bit rattled?
CJ a good quarterback, man. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to the Texans, man, you know, because they came out here and played their tails off, man. Their offense was, you know what I'm saying, they did their thing. CJ a good quarterback. Defense did their thing as well. But, you know, we had a pretty good plan for him. You know, we disguised and, you know, did what we got to do, and we executed, and it showed, and, you know, it allowed us to create turnovers.
Do you feel like it was kind of a snowball effect? Just, I mean, like one kind of led to another, to another?
I mean, that's what they say. When you get picks, they come in bunches. So that was crazy. You know, it came in bunches. So it was good to see, and it was good to see that everybody, different players were getting picks. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. Everybody was stepping up to the plate and eating, so it was cool.
Jaylinn, how much pride do you and Greg have repping Cal this time?
Man, we got hella pride, man. This Cal gang to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? We repping all that, man. And especially to come from a great school, you know, we always want to hold that and represent that school no matter what. And it's just cool that, you know, we're doing that at the highest level amongst, you know, other great Cal legends that are already in the league that, you know, have done it before us. So, yeah.
Did you catch the Broncos game yesterday?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. That was a great game. You know, it came down to the wire. You know, that's how these games are. They'll come down to the wire, and they're a great team.
What just your first impressions of their offense?
Good offense, man. Bo can sling it. The ball's in the air. You know, their running game is good, too. They can create explosives. Got good tight end group. Sutton's good receiver. A couple receivers as well. I left some out there. Yeah, good team.
And then last one for me, just what you know about Mile High. Mile High.
I just know I played there one time, and I know the elevation. The elevation, you know, it's pretty high, so I know the oxygen and stuff like that is kind of a thing over there. But I know that stadium is rocking, and I know there's gonna be a lot of fans. It's gonna be loud. You know, it's the AFC Championship.
Did you feel like people were sleeping on y'all with all the talk about the Texans defense?
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody was talking about them, you know. So I mean, everybody was talking about them all week, and I think it just turned us up, and we were like, all right, man, like, you know, we want to go out there and show what we can do. You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, respects to them because they ball. You know what I'm saying? They get after it. You know, and we just wanted to show what we could do too, and you know, that's what showed tonight.
Do you feel like after the last 2 weeks, though, people now realize that this Patriots defense is pretty legit?
I mean, it's like what I said back to earlier. I mean, people will recognize. I mean, obviously, when you're making plays, everybody gonna recognize. When you got everybody balling out on defense, everybody recognize. But you know, that stuff is, I feel like, cool, but it's not what's like fully important. You know what I'm saying, for what we got going. You know what I'm saying, and it's kind of like that. Everybody honing in to each other. It's only about us in this locker room, you know. I mean, everybody will give us praise. Praise will come, you know. But, you know, you can't buy into it. You just got to keep working, keep getting better.